Hello, Pastor Steve Waldron, New Life Pentecostal Church, Albany, Georgia. Great to have you here with us, looking at some different English Bible translations, and maybe some that are a little less popular. So we've come to the God's New Covenant, a New Testament translation, Modern English, 1989. Now, I may have this, but I really didn't know anything about it until I was doing this video. So I'm studying for the video. God's New Covenant, a New Testament translation, is a modern English translation by Heinz Kaser of the Greek New Testament, published in 1989. He completed his translation of the New Testament in just 13 months. Here's a sample passage from Matthew 7:24. What then is the nature of the person, whoever he may be, who hears these words of mine and acts on them? He is like a man of prudence who built his house on a rock. The rain descended, the floodwaters rose, the winds blew and hurled themselves against the house, but it did not fall because it was on the rock its foundations was laid. It was on a rock that its foundations was laid. So who is Heinz Kaser? I thought this was interesting. He is the son of the famous German philosopher Ernst Kaser. And Heinrich, or Heinz Walter Kaser, August 9th, 1903, February 20th, 1979, was a Kantian philosopher. Being Jews, the Kaser family fled the Nazis in the 1930s. As a refugee scholar, Heinz went to the University of Glasgow, working with Professor H.J. Payton, who persuaded him to write a book on Kant's third critique, the Critique of Judgment. Then he went to Oxford, lectured at Corpus Christi College. His students included Iris Murdoch. And so this is the thing that really got me. As a middle-aged adult reading the New Testament for the first time, Kaser was struck by the writings of St. Paul in relation to ethics. As he studied, he committed himself to the Christian faith and was baptized in the Anglican Church in 1955. And so that's where the Bible translation came from. Kaser's translation efforts began with a topic-based collation of Paul's letters divided into 40 categories. And so he was really a scholar. 1998, Critique of Practical Reason, a new translation by H.W. Kaser. And he thought highly, I thought this was neat too, of Karl Barth's understanding of Kant. Kaser, a translator and interpreter of Kant, is reliably reported to have asked, why is it that this Swiss theologian understands Kant better than any philosopher I have come across? So, but while he was in Scotland, I thought this was interesting. He spoke of the Highland ravings, the obsessive clinging on what is wholly illusory. But he ended up coming to Christianity in a certain sense of that term. So I just thought that was fascinating, his journey. So that's God's New Covenant, a New Testament translation, 1989. I've heard other testimonies of people just reading the New Testament saying, this seems plausible. When they start in the Old Testament, sometimes they struggle. God bless. We love you, and so thankful you're here with us. Hit subscribe, bell notification, share with your friends and family. Join us daily. Talk with you later in Jesus' name.